Guys, we only have joint resolutions. Everything that we've said is like, we're both gonna do that. Hello, welcome back to Sextras,
where we talk about sex and all the extras.
I'm Honey.
And I'm Maria.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year, guys.
2022, baby. We made it.
Yeah. Quite exciting. We finally fucking made it. We're turning 22 this year.
I know, we're so old.
Yeah. Genuinely, like, remember when Taylor Swift's 22 came out and, like, we were 12. And it's like, wow, like, she's so grown. Like,
yeah.
We're gonna be so, like, imagine when we're 22 and it's like, it's happening now and it's like, fuck.
It's a full circle moment, like fully. When I listened to the new Red, I was like, oh, I'm so emotional. Like, I'm about to be 22. She was 22. Like, wow. Anyway,
can't believe I'm the same age that Taylor Swift once was.
Yeah, wow. Wild. But yeah, thanks to Taylor for providing the perfect soundtrack for this year. Basically, this is your year, you own it. But yeah, we thought we would do a little episode, like a New Year's resolutions kind of episode, like we did last year. We did Let's Keep Trying in 2021, so it's, you know, keeping the tradition going.
Of course. And now we can, like, look back every year, see how we've changed, see, like, if we achieved what we said we wanted to, and it's kind of cute.
I listened to the one from last year, like, in preparation for this episode, and it was actually so cute, and it was getting me a bit emotional, like, oh, we actually kind of achieved a lot this year. I'm really proud of us. And we have a new
intro thing.
Yeah.
So you know how we did the fun facts before? We are bringing a new thing now.
To 2022.
Which is the zones. So we have chosen colours to represent certain feelings or emotions about relationships and sex and dating. They're kind of related to that, or like pertaining to that. So we can talk you through them a little bit, and then we will talk about what zones we're in. So we've got red, which is chaotic and horny. Oh, and you can be like just a single one of the descriptive words. You don't have to be like chaotic and horny. You can be chaotic or horny, you know. So, then we have purple, which is like whipped, crashing on someone, lusting after someone, you're like in love kind of thing. Yeah, like falling for someone. Yeah, just in that crushing mood.
Yeah.
Crushing mood. Then there's pink, which is sort of like flirty, having fun, putting yourself out there, like, yeah, you know,
single
really
vibes.
Playing that field,
Or like feeling yourself. Yeah. Then there's blue, which is like sad, hurt, missing someone, you know, you're just like
feeling blue.
Yeah.
Then there's black, which is heartbroken, depressed, angry, vengeful, you know, just all the bad feelings.
And then there's grey, which is like anxious, stressed,
feeling like a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
And then there's yellow, which is good, feeling happy, good vibes, everything's kind of looking great, you're excited for what's to come. Yeah, just in a really positive place, I would say, is yellow.
And then white is like self-care, introspective,
self-love, like looking after you, figuring your stuff out. Yeah. And then there's green, which is like going with the flow. You're sort of open for opportunities, but kind of just like seeing what happens, not really like seeking it out necessarily, just going with whatever happens, going with the flow.
Exactly. So what's your start of 2022 zone?
What zone am I starting the year in? I'd say I'm definitely in the yellow zone, feeling very positive about what's to come.
Nice.
Really excited, really happy with like where I'm at in my relationship and everything. So yeah, just like really positive. I'm also a little bit scared and like a little bit grey in terms of like it's a little bit scary because I feel like we are a bit in a grey area just in our lives. It's like a bit of a transition period. So
Yeah.
just in terms of that, it's a bit of fear, you know, but mostly like really good. Yeah, even like I'd say even a little bit purple, you know, just like really like crashing on my man.
Cute. That's
You
nice.
know, yeah. I'm excited. What about you?
Green, going with the flow, open to new experiences. I guess like a little bit of pink, like flirty kind of vibes, but then also red, like chaotic horniness. a few in there, but definitely mainly green.
I see,
like
yeah.
white as well. I don't know, just I'm just doing my own thing basically.
Okay, fair enough. I like it.
Yeah, so a good positive start to
Yeah.
2022, which is like the opposite to last year,
Yeah, a bit of a
2021. Oh
contrast.
my god, when I was listening back to it, I was like, we sound so depressed. What's wrong with us?
Bit more in the blue and black and grey zone, I
Very
think.
much in those zones. It was
Yeah.
like mid-lockdown. I had just gone through my breakup. It was just not good vibes.
Yeah.
Not good vibes, but yeah.
But hopefully this year will be very colourful.
We deserve a good year, please. The COVID gods. Give it to us.
Oh god.
But
Okay.
yeah. So we decided to start the episode by hearing some of your New Year's resolutions, which is cute.
Get the ball rolling, you know, see what you guys are striving towards this year.
Yeah. So someone said stop complaining, which I think is definitely something we both want to do.
Yeah, we should put it on our list for sure.
Yeah, just like more positive energy in 2022, basically. It's good to complain sometimes, but like we don't need to complain all the time. Not as
Yeah.
much as we do, probably.
Yeah. I
Also-
feel like I definitely do need to cut it down. I'm a bit of a complainer.
Also, because we both love complaining so much, we just fire each other on.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, we were making an active effort this year to not do that.
Next one, someone said exercise more. That's self-care.
Those white vibes. We're gonna go to a pole dancing class, aren't we, Maria?
Yeah, of course we are.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, this one was definitely like in mine last year, and I do think that I need to get on it. Like, I have not exercised since we stopped doing sport at school, which was when we were like 16. So
Love
I
that
do think
for
I
you.
should get on that, but unfortunately, it's kind of not making my list. If we do join a class
no,
or something,
no.
which I do think it's the way to go, guys. Like, why don't you go join
Yeah.
classes with your friends and like let us know if it works?
Do you want me to like force you to go, or will that make you want to go less?
No. Like, I think if I went to a class, like if I signed up to something
Yeah.
that was like
Like, if
every
we go
week, like on a
together.
Wednesday, like I know that this is what I'm doing, and it's like there's like a little instructor and there's other people there, and like, you know,
To hold
I
you
think like I
accountable.
definitely would do it and I'd be into it, but it's just like actually doing it.
No, I get you.
So let's get on it.
Okay, we're getting
and then
on
maybe
it.
I can start exercising.
Then someone said, get a job. Love that
Yeah,
for you.
get that bread, baby.
Productive vibes.
Yeah, on that career trajectory. Okay, someone else said do more creative stuff. For sure.
We both want
like
to do that too.
for sure.
Guys, we
Keep-
only have joint resolutions. Everything that we said is like, we're both gonna do that.
Yeah, but we're all twinning, like even
Yeah, we
the
are.
listeners.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, for sure, like do more of the stuff that is just like fun to do, and I guess like it kind of just falls into creative stuff. But yeah, like we were saying, like sewing and like just making a little scarf and just like making clothes, or
Yeah,
just
exactly.
like
And I want to write
playing guitar
as
more,
well.
like singing more, just like getting back into the creative juices.
Yeah. And also we want to make like a little creative Sextras community.
Yeah.
So if you guys are doing like artwork, you're writing poetry, you're writing just like even like a journal entry that you're like, this is kind of good and it's like related to what we talk about on the podcast, send it to us. We'll put it on the website. It can just be a cute little like creative community, uplifting kind of place. So yeah, you know where to find us, but we'll tell you again at the end. Stay tuned for that fascinating info.
To whoever submitted the do more creative stuff, send it our way.
We're
as
holding
well.
you accountable. Then the next one.
Someone said, get my body count into double figures.
Nice. Definitely want to be fucking around this year. That's my goal.
That chaotic, horny energy.
Exactly. I'm ready to fuck something up. The next one is be more comfortable being honest in bed and not feeling guilty about how long it takes me to come. Love that for you.
Yeah.
You definitely, I feel like all women just need to get to this place of like feeling good about how long it takes them to come, because guys don't care. Like, that is really something we need to remember. Guys will come in like 2 seconds if they want. They really don't care. So yeah, we need to get on that.
Someone else said to have sex. Lol.
Definitely recommend you do that this year. And then the next one is have better relationship with food and alcohol.
I love that. I love that phrasing as well of like not eat less or like diet or
like eat
that,
more.
Yeah, it's or drink less and like don't drink so often and that kind of shit. It's just like improving the relationship and like how you behave around those kinds of things, because I think like everyone struggles a little bit with food and with alcohol, you know.
It's like how you think about it.
Yeah.
It's not the food's fault.
I love that.
Yeah. And then the last one
is take care of my skin and my hair.
Very white zone.
Self-care. I love that. Yeah, definitely promoting self-care into 2020.
We definitely
into 2022.
Definitely. And on that note, we will be right back after a very quick sponsor break. Thank you so much to Manscaped for sponsoring Sextras.
Their whole ethos is based around providing products for men to improve their hygiene and their self-care. And I mean, when we think of skincare and hygiene, we don't necessarily go straight to the balls or the down region or whatever, but it's certainly like a very essential part, and I'm glad that Manscaped is helping men look after themselves.
Because there's not many companies that actually encourage men to have these conversations or provide products for men to do that. Manscaped have sent us the Perfect Package 4.0, which includes the Lawnmower 4.0, which uses skin-safe technology, prevents ingrown hairs.
And along with these bad boys, the ball toner and the ball deodorant, you will be feeling so fresh, again, preventing those ingrowns, preventing any of that irritation after shaving. So it really is the perfect package, as it's called. It comes with a little bag, put it all together, you've got everything you need.
Exactly, it's the perfect package for
his perfect package. And this is honestly like such a good gift that you can give to any man in your life, essentially, because they just wouldn't think to buy it for themselves and start that self-care journey.
Yeah, so put the men in your life in the self-care white zone kind of vibe for 2022. Get 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com with the promo code Sextras20.
That's 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com with the code Sextras20.
Go check it out, guys. Okay, we are back, so let's get into the main episode. Let's start with kind of reflecting a little bit on 2021. As I said, I listened to our New Year's episode last year and we set our goals, and I was like, oh, I feel like we actually achieved that. So what do you think that you achieved in 2021?
Well, I don't know, I was really thinking about it. My mum asked me like she was like, what's the best moment and the worst moment of 2021? And I was really thinking about it, and I was like, I feel like I have a lot of, like, I achieved quite, like, special things in a way. Like, I graduated, and honestly, I really doubted for a second whether that was gonna happen. And, like, I got a great grade. Like, it's quite insane I actually achieved that in the end, you know?
Yeah.
So, that was, like, a great moment. I got my first job and, like, have started making money for the first time, like, for myself, which is like quite a huge thing for me. So that's like pretty exciting. And what else did I achieve in 2021?
We did a whole year of the podcast.
Yeah, mate, like, it's kind of insane. We, you know, got this little studio, like, it's kind of like all quite real now.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like before we were kind of just like speaking to each other. Yeah, exactly. Just on FaceTime. But like now it's like a whole production and everything. That feels kind of huge. I don't know. It just feels like life is getting more real, and it's quite exciting. I feel like I've got to a really good place in my relationship. I succeeded at like this long distance thing. I feel like that's pretty big for me. Yeah, I think 2021 like came with a lot of, I know that for a lot of people it really wasn't a good year, and like there's a lot of things about 2021 that was horrible. Like my grandma died and my great grandma died, and that's the first time that I've ever like lost someone close to me, so that was like a super strange thing. And like seeing my mum go through like losing her mum, like that was horrible. But I feel like I've really learned a lot, and like I don't know, it has felt like a very like real adult year in a way. Even like the things like this loss that I'm saying, it's like it feels like because like the shit that you're gonna go through now is like real adult real life shit that is like painful and it hurts. It's not just like, you know, like
you more did badly in an exam.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know, I think 2021 has been a very valuable year for me, and I look back on it fondly, even if I didn't graduate in like the way that everyone else has, and like it didn't look like that. I'm very proud of myself that I did that. So yeah, that's kind of my little wrap up. What about you?
Well, I got through a breakup in 2021. I feel like I just realized a lot about what I want in life in 2021, like my values, and like I really wanted to like get better at socializing. I feel like even though I haven't necessarily gone out as much as I want because of COVID and stuff, I feel like I've been, I don't know, like I think that I'm like a good friend, and like I try to be a good friend as much as I can, and like make good opportunities for us all to just like hang out and live our lives. And I got herpes well, I didn't get it in 2021, but I found out I have herpes in 2021. Like I got through that, so I'm like really proud of myself for that, even though it was like shit. I don't know, I think we were talking about it the other day, and we were saying like, yeah, 2021 was awful, like probably one of the worst years of our lives, but the highs felt extra good because everything else was so bad. So just like the stuff that we had to work through, and like I got a job as well, I've been doing that, and just like general independence, graduated and stuff. So I feel like we have achieved a lot, and like I'm really proud of the podcast and like the place that we're at. So yeah, for sure. I like how you were like proud of the way you dealt with herpes rather than like, oh, I got herpes and it's a bad thing. Like, as in like, obviously you're not like, oh, it's a great thing. That's not what we're saying. But it's like, have a positive outlook and like look back on like, oh, I got through that, and like I dealt with it so well, and like look at it in that way rather than like, oh, this thing that happened to me and like poor me kind of thing. I like it, you know, taking a very like proactive stance on life. That's what it's all about, you know. Yeah, I think we've grown a lot in the past year, and just like I am really proud of us, and like I'm really proud of you for like everything that, like all the shit you went through this year and how you dealt with it, and honestly like in a very admirable way. Like I will always look up to you for that, for just the way you deal with shit, and like the grace you have with things. Thanks.
So well done, girl.
Yeah, like it's actually been so nice to watch. I mean, we've been friends for so long, but like it's been so nice even like this past year to just like watch you and like me watch myself grow. Like I feel like we genuinely have learned a lot this year, and like as you were saying with your relationship, like I feel like it's all just kind of reached a very mature state, and like the same with our other friends. I'm kind of still wrapping my head around the fact that everyone's been in 3-year relationships, and I'm just like, that's not what I want in any way, but I'm really like happy for all of you. Like you can see yourselves ending up with the partners that you're with, and like that is crazy, but like I'm really happy that you're all super happy, and like it's been nice to watch that happen. So yeah,
sweet. Also 2022, we're coming up on like 10 years of friendship.
Yeah, this is our 10-year anniversary.
It's our decade. What's it called? You know how they have like a
Jubilee.
Sure.
I don't know. Anyway, should we get into our resolutions for 2022?
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you guys want to tell us what you achieved in 2021 and like more of your resolutions for 2022, obviously please do that. You can send it to us on Instagram at Sextras Podcast, email sextraspodcast@gmail.com, all those things, you know where to find us. But yeah, tell me, let's start with our sex resolutions.
Sex resolutions.
What are yours?
So last year I did complete mine because I am a trooper like that, except threesome. So that's still in my bucket list, because I did kind of divide it this year. I was like, okay, let's think about like more like bucket list rather than like it's not my resolution to have a threesome. Like,
yeah,
it's not a goal. It's just like, you know, I'd like to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, threesome. Oh, and this is more like resolution. See, this is why you need the contrast.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to kind of start to like lean in more into sort of like stuff that I know turns me on, and be able to talk about it like a lot better. I know we've been saying for like as long as the podcast has existed, like promoting communication about sex and like with your partner and how hard it is, but how essential it is.
Yeah.
And I've been with my boyfriend for 3 years, so like you'd think that now I'd be like a lot better at it, but I think I still struggle a lot with, like, I just get very shy about it. I think I know what I would like and things that I know that I would be like into doing more, but I just really struggle with being able to do that in front of someone. And like, yeah, just it's like the vulnerability, even though we are very close and all of this shit, it's like I still get very shy, and even talking about it and like saying that I want it.
But that can sometimes be harder because like you have more to lose, kind of thing.
Yeah,
not that you're gonna like he's gonna break up with you if you say what you want, but you know, it's just like that.
But it's like this built dynamic that we've also built. It's like, I feel like I've gotten to a point where it's like now if I say something, I don't want it to come across as like, oh, I haven't been liking this all along. Like, you know what I mean? Not that it's like a change to the routine. It's just like more things that I would be like into doing more of.
Yeah.
And yeah, I want to get a lot better at that and actually talking about it and like actually doing it, because actually I'm not even that bad at talking about it. Like I can bring it up in like out of context way. If we're really like just in a very random way, I'm like fine to talk about sexual things. Like, yeah, it's just more actually when it comes to doing it later on after we've talked about it, it's like I don't know how to do that. And like I feel like I want to take more of a role in initiating it, because it's like if I'm asking for it, like I want to initiate it more. Like I don't want him to have to then just do everything, you know what I mean? Like I want to like do it more, like be an active part of like bringing that into my sex life. So yeah, that is my big sex goal. And I want to also go vibrator shopping. That's a bucket list. Well, not vibrator, just sex toy shopping. That'd be fun. Really want to do that. Fun. And yeah, those are the ones that I've got. What about you? What are your sex goals, sex bucket lists, sex resolutions?
Mainly just like sleep around more, because I feel like I recycle people a lot, but like that's fun, but I do just want to explore more. And I don't know, last year I said that I wanted to be more adventurous and have more adventurous sex, and I don't really know what I was thinking was gonna happen. Like I don't know where I can go from here, kind of thing. But maybe like I've been hearing a bit about sex parties recently. I don't know if I'd want to go to one, but it's an interesting idea to me right now. Like it's kind of tantalizing me. So maybe I will go to a sex party.
Maybe it'll make it to the bucket list.
Yeah, we'll see if that happens. And then yeah, just overall becoming more comfortable with being sexy or like being a sexual person. I don't know. I want to find, this is kind of like more of a personal one as well, but like I want to find what like makes me feel sexy and play around with my style and stuff. So yeah, we'll see.
Okay, I like it.
And then dating, relationship, friendship, family kind of vibes. Do you have any?
Well, I want to like go out more and like spend more time with like the people that I love and like my friends, and because I don't know, I was thinking like this whole thing of like, oh yeah, I want to like meet new friends, like make more friends, meet new people, be more social, all of this stuff. But like I don't really want to make new friends at all. Like, I actually don't even fucking have time for the ones that I already have. I barely have time for the people in my life that I already love. Like, I just don't have the emotional, mental capability of, like, investing that into multiple people at once. So I just, like, I can't have more friends. Like, it's already, like, a joke in my family that I don't have friends, and, like, between us, like, how we have no friends. But honestly, I can't have any more. Like, I just can't.
That's fair.
It's not within my bandwidth.
It's valid.
So I think rather than, like, make more friends and that kind of shit, it's more like go out more with the friends that I do have, spend more time with them, express how I feel to them more, you know, kind of like have more of those conversations. And just spend more time with the people I love. Like, that's the main one. And what about you in terms of friendship and that kind of stuff?
I definitely also want to make new friends, but again, it's kind of like I don't really have time for them. Or, like, I do have time for, like, you guys, but as we were saying, we have kind of 3 or 4 very close friends, and I feel like I make the most time for them. But then I also have other really close friends that I don't necessarily see as much, that I definitely want to make more time for, and, like, maybe we've not drifted because of the pandemic, but just haven't seen each other as much, and I want to, like, reconnect with them and, like, just make it more normal to, like, spend more time with them. But then I also want to make new friends. I feel like I've been noticing recently how much of a bubble our friendship group is, and it's not a bad thing. That is just, like, the experience that we have, and we've gone through those experiences together, which is why we're so close. But, like, I feel like it's good to have friends from, like, different backgrounds and, like, just have different, like, people people with different experiences. Like, it helps expand your perspective of life and the world around you, and, like, I don't want to just be stuck in, like, one little bubble for the rest of my life, even though I love you guys so much. And like, be better at setting boundaries with people, because I feel like a lot of the time it's just, like, we're the ones making the plans, and, like, I don't want to be putting in more effort than, like, I'm getting out, kind of thing. But I can only really control my side of it. So just, like, set boundaries with myself, basically.
Okay.
And then dating wise, do you have any? I mean, you have boyfriends, but, like, is there anything you want to achieve in your relationship? Like, you want to move in together? Maybe. But I don't know, it's like I'm not sure about this moving into. I'm not sure if, like, that this is something that I want to do in 2022 or not. I mean, I do. The thing is, when he does graduate and we go into adult life together, we're both in adult life rather than him being a student or whatever. It would be nice to live together, and I do quite want to live with him. Like, I think it is kind of like what would make me, like, the happiest in the moment in time. But it is kind of like, okay, but then like, when am I gonna, like, live with my friends? Because, like, I definitely do want to do that, and, like, I do want to live by myself. And not to say that we can't, like, live together and then, like, live apart later on, but it's like, surely it makes more sense to do it the other way around. So but I do think, like, if that does happen, it's not like I would be against it at all. Like, I obviously would want to, it would be the choice that I made because it's what I wanted to do, you know? So we'll see what happens. I think that's, like, a problem for future Maria, and that would be huge also. But that would be really fun. I think just keep growing together and, like, keep making the relationship better. Hopefully close the long distance, like, even if we don't live together, like, at least live in the same place and shit. I think that's my goal, I guess. But those are my relationship ones. What about your ones, your dating? To not get into a relationship. That is my goal. Of, like, I think I just realised, I mean, I always knew this, but I don't like relationships. They don't make me happy. I don't thrive in them. And I've started to see, like, not necessarily polyamory, but just, like, having...
But why don't you thrive in them? Like, why do you think that you're, like, better single? Because
I think I just forget a bit of who I am, and, like, it's definitely to do with my attachment style. But also, I think I spent a lot of time, like, blaming it on myself of, like, but it's because of, like, a fault with me that I can't function within the relationship. Like, always trying to fit myself into the box of just, like, a monogamous relationship, when I think that's, like, not necessarily what I want. Like, I don't really want to be in a monogamous relationship. I just want to, like, sleep around. Even if I'm romantically attached to someone, or like I just like spending time with someone, I don't have to get into a relationship with them. Like that was a massive breakthrough of mine in 2021 of like, oh, okay, I really don't have to date this person, and I don't even think we should necessarily date. Like maybe we just work on a different level.
Yeah, because I feel like, sorry, not to just put my own psychoanalysis of you into this, but I feel like you've always, it's not that you don't like dating or like being in a relationship, but you basically like everything about it except the actual relationship part. Like this intertwinement and this sort of like, commitment to each other and like increasing each other's happiness. Or I don't know, I feel like you put a lot of pressure on yourself and like, and like the other person like tends to sort of drag you down a little bit, not to blame them, but like how you were saying, like you put it all on yourself, so then you kind of lose a bit of yourself, and then it's like, what's going on?
Exactly.
So I like this this new
breakthrough
and this new outlook.
So I mean, that's I'm not
exciting.
even looking to like get into anything like even casual, like maybe like a fuck buddy kind of thing, but then it's like I don't necessarily need to like spend loads of time with people, because then I have friends as well. It's like I realized when I was dating that I'm like, there's literally 2 days in a weekend, or like at least right now when I have a full-time job, we have 2 days in a weekend. One of them I'm probably going to spend with you or like with our friends, and maybe one I'll spend with my family. And if I go on dates, one of those has to be like forfeited for the day, because there's usually a whole day kind of thing to like get ready, go there, come back. So I mean, just like not bothered. If it happens, it happens, but I'm just living life and I just want to have sex, basically. That's all I really care about right now. And like other connections with people, like platonic or friendship kind of connections. I feel like that's a positive side effect of dating, basically.
What about personal ones? Do you have any like more personal?
Want to be like more assertive, want to just like try out a few different career paths, or like just learn different skills and see which ones I'm good at, which ones I enjoy, and then use that to kind of like find another job later in the year. I do just want to have some time off. I feel like I really worked super hard during my degree that I just really didn't have to do that. We also had this podcast while we were doing our degrees, which was like a full-time job. And then in the summer I was like, okay, well, we're gonna have time off, like it's a break, but then also just like worked on the podcast the whole time, or like just doing other stuff. I just can't let myself relax, so I'm gonna like go on holiday, just like basically give myself space and time to figure out what I want without everyone else's opinions and like all this pressure on me that I don't need or want.
I like it.
Yeah, what about you? Personal goals?
I want to be on time more. And then not even just in terms of physically running late to things and stuff, but just like being more punctual and like doing things when they need to be done, and like handing in things and that kind of shit. Like I've always just been so bad at it. And then also just in terms of physically running late to things, I'm always late to everything. And it's annoying when you have to wait for people, so I just don't want to do that anymore. It's just annoying. So that's a little personal improvement note. And then also in terms of just like my job, I really like what I'm doing now. Like I'm a TA and I really enjoy it, but towards like the end of the summer I kind of want to be like, okay, is this what I'm going to carry on doing? Like, am I going to keep going down this trajectory of like teaching and education, or like am I going to start, like, what do I actually want to do, essentially? And then basically start going towards that. And just I don't need to like have a position lined up anywhere or anything like that. It's just more like, okay, what am I actually going to be doing and how do I get there? So that's kind of the goal. And then I guess moving out is a bit of a goal, but I'm also like not even 100% sure I want to move out this year yet, because I'm also like, my thing is like at the end of the summer, so like I'd only move out like after that, and I'm kind of like, if I have enough money I will. If I don't, then like I'll probably just stay home a bit longer and like save up for a bit longer and shit. But it is kind of a goal like in the near future, so maybe let's hope for it in this year.
It's like I don't know, kind of what you were saying about like the career thing as well. I feel like we did push ourselves a bit this year, but I definitely want to like be more out of my comfort zone again this year. And moving out realistically would be that, because obviously the independence factor, but also then like financially. But then it's also like the stress of that. I will have to live quite month to month and it won't really give me as much freedom. So it's like you have to kind of weigh up what it is that you want to do.
But I think like it'd be kind of a really good step to take, I think, for both of us in terms of just like living life. Like we need to do it now.
Yeah, we do. We're like 22, we need to start living.
But yeah, should we talk about maybe some like podcast goals that we have? Well, I think like the writing and reading thing goes along with that. Like definitely just absorb more knowledge and write more about it. And like I think we definitely both really want to write more stuff, more content for the podcast, as well as just write more for ourselves. So yeah, get more content out there in other forms that aren't just our lovely voices and faces.
And then we want to obviously keep growing the podcast and be in the charts, but also I feel like we want to have more of a community and just like meet more podcasters or like more creatives, more people who are interested in sex and relationships, and just like that's the more reason that we started the podcast. Is it can feel very one-sided of like just us talking to a microphone and then people listen to it, and that's kind of we only really know they're listening to it because we have the analytics kind of thing. But like we did kind of start it to like make a community and open up these conversations, and it's not really a conversation, it's just I mean it is between us but not like in the wider world. So yeah, just like networking, using it to like
make podcaster friends.
Yeah, we want to have podcaster friends. We need people who can relate to our struggles of being podcasters. So yeah,
for sure.
But yeah, I feel like we've done a good job this year.
Yeah, we want to get a sponsor.
Yeah, we want to get a sponsor.
So guys, make sure to go to manscaped.com and use Sextras20 at checkout to make our podcaster dreams come true.
Love you guys. Please. But yeah, thank you so much for all your support as well, and sending all your submissions, your stories, getting in contact with us. Please, if you want to give us a little Christmas/New Year present, go leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. It really, really, really helps us, please. And like share it with people that you know, subscribe, and as always, you guys know where to find us on Instagram at Sextras Podcast, website www.sextraspodcast.com, Facebook Sextras Podcast, or email us sextraspodcast@gmail.com. As we said, tell us the zone you're in for 2022, or like what you achieved in 2021, your resolutions for 2022, and definitely go check out Manscaped. Use the code Sextras20, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
You've been listening to Sextras, presented by Honey Jane Wyatt and Maria Jose Hayodatiyi. Produced by Mabel Productions.